draft is upon us, and Pain get this underway with a Varus ban.
By the way, interesting stat for you guys is the team that's been on blue side when they face each other has always won. So whoever's on blue has won in the GeO versus Pain matchups.
Yes,
in
in
all
the
of the
GeO
games,
versus
every
Pain
single
matchups,
game
yeah.
this season.
And in fact, dominantly throughout the entire Valor Series this season, blue has had the advantage. Not the advantage, the most wins is what I'm saying. But yes, you're right. Between Pain and GeO, whoever's blue always wins when these teams face off against each other. So Pain expect to win this, and their draft
Yes,
standard, isn't it?
They will put tears in TJ's eyes.
So who is getting out of this? We've got Darcy still available, Elsu, Sephra. One of those gets banned, we would expect.
This is
Or
interesting.
not. And okay, and it turns on its head already.
GeO Esports call the bluff. Rather than end up at a deficit because they're on the red side, they ban out the Teamy, a very good character for Pain Gaming, and this means that either Elsu or Sephra or Darcy will get through to them. They've come out on top because of this. Sure, Pain of Darcy, they get Elsu Sephra.
Yeah.
So TJ, you gonna cry now?
I'm not crying. The only tears are tears of joy.
So they have
underway.
played the Chognar, just by the way, they did play the Chognar, so GeO will probably pick the Chognar into this Darcy, which actually worked out really well. And they did the same exact draft strategy against Ace when Darcy was first picked on blue side.
Yeah. Elwin made a good show with Chognar yesterday. We weren't expecting it.
Really well. I took notes on his Chognar, how aggressive he was, and the chaos protection that he threw off. We'll see if Pain did their research and actually watched the games yesterday, so hopefully they have an answer to this draft style.
I mean, you would expect so.
In Pain Gaming's last match versus INTZ, game number 1, they actually did get the Darcy, and they still lost that game. This is not a guaranteed victory regardless of how strong the character is. Historically, against good LATAM teams, Pain Gaming lose even with Darcy.
Oh, the hard counter pick into the Elsu there. A net being picked up as well, which is a very strong support for Frieza. I prefer him on a net because when he's on other heroes like Teamy and stuff, he actually overextends too much and puts himself in a bad position.
So a net, you think, is actually going to be a
Way
better
better.
choice than banning out the Teamy? Should
plus-
they have banned out the net?
No, because the target bans are the side laners, and that gives you so much pressure on the map. With a net being picked up here is very smart because they're denying the Annette Sephra combo that is extremely punishing and strong in mid lane. So I do like so far Pain Gaming and how they're drafting because they're completely countering and putting themselves one step ahead of GeO right now.
Deldon ran out as Max last time we saw him, and he's played Max against GeO in one of their earlier meetings this season. So they've got some experience there. GeO will now round off this first part of the pick with Omen.
Oh, they're going to pick the direct counter to Max, which is the Omen himself. So we're going to expect to see both of them facing off in the Darkslayer lane.
Omen's not just good in the 1v1 against Max in terms of actual battling, but also he's very good because if the Max leaves lane, if the Max liftoff flies all the way across the map to take a fight, the Omen can take a tower in that short period of time just because of how much raw, split push, tower damage, wave clear an Omen has.
Yeah, and I think the next priority bans here will be the Zephyrs, will be the Murad. Those are the bans that I see coming out because Darcy is suspect to Zephyrs being able to dive him, and Murad just able to scale into that late game with the Elsu combo that GeO has ran from yesterday. So I do see those as priorities coming out along with specific side laners that they want to deny, like the Roxy.
So Roxy gets banned for GeO.
Roxy, a very good counter against the Omen historically because she has almost as much wave clear. So they could, I think, the theory was maybe they flip the Max out to the bot lane or a different role that we haven't seen yet, and the Roxy comes into lane against Omen and is able to edge out a victory. That won't happen.
Nakroth banned for Pain, while GeO pull their next one.
Yeah, Nakroth being banned is really good because he's so mobile. He can jump on the backline, get onto the Darcy there. And I'm wondering if Pain Gaming plays jungle Darcy, because if they do, they can pick up like a Tulin, and that's going to be a very nice matchup there because Tulin's going to give so much early game power along with the Annette. And they're going to ban Murad, actually. They're not going to give Anger Murad.
It'll be good target banning from both sides. They've clearly done their research. Pain Gaming do have the hover over a Violet, though.
Yeah, not Tell Honest, not you know, that's very interesting.
And that makes, in particular, very
No
little
Zephyrs.
sense to me because there's already a marksman over on the GeO Esports side in the Elsu.
Yeah.
So it seems unlikely they'd go double marksman.
Yeah, that's very questionable to me. I think Zephyrs would have been a better ban because they're going to pick up Zephyrs here most likely. Will be to pick up because Myth played so well on the Zephyrs into a Darcy. And I think that is what makes the most sense for GeO. So I don't know what Pain Gaming was thinking about that Violet ban. Maybe they didn't want the Violet being put onto the Dragon lane there on actually no, Menji would play the Elsu in the bot lane, and Zil will be picked up instead of Zephyrs. So Zephyrs can be picked up here, and that is really good for Pain Gaming.
But
actually,
the Zil is better at getting into the Darcy. That's why it's been drafted here. The Zil is a very good engage tool to get to the back lines, threaten the Darcy.
That's a really strong front line if you think about it. Zephyrs and Wonder Woman, that's actually a really good engaged front line. They can actually CC, let the dimensional cubes hit the portal right back on top of the Wonder Woman and the Zephyrs there. That's actually a really solid combo from Pain Gaming.
That does mean, though, we'll be lane Wonder Woman, presumably run into the Elsu that GeO Esports will put on Mengi. And I actually, given how well Mengi and how aggressive Mengi played the Elsu yesterday, I actually kind of favor that into whoever's running that Wonder Woman, no matter how good they are, just because of character matchups.
Yeah,
they've had experience of facing it as well. That's what he did last time they met, as well as rocking out on him yesterday. Wonder Woman will go in the hands of Angra, I guess.
Probably the Zephyrs. You could run them either way, but I'd expect the Zephyrs goes in jungle just because he scales a tiny bit better.
So Wonder Woman will go with who?
The Boldum does get out into the Elwind. And I would like to highlight that first because Elwind getting his favorite support character is really cool.
I like that Deldon is on this Max here, and Zephyrs will be put on Angra, of course, and then Wonder Woman, ZRK. So they're going to have the Omen versus Wonder Woman matchup, which Wonder Woman will do okay because she can clear wave pretty fast and be able to hold her own against the Omen.
That, of course, means it is mid-Darcy, which is what Pain Gaming ran the last time, and Pain Gaming did lose when they played this mid-Darcy against INTZ.
They did, indeed.
Doesn't matter how powerful the character is, if you're uncomfortable on it, and that was certainly the case previously, a lot of the effort to counter this Darcy actually comes from the Elsu, comes from the Zil. You have very long-ranged poke that can harass the Darcy without needing to get in range of that dimensional cube. And you have the Zil, who can, of course, dive in over the portal with his Tornado, with his Wind Shift, and be so mobile that he can connect to a kill. The major block in both those characters' ways, though, is that tanky front line you were highlighting. The Wonder Woman, the Zephyrs can both do a good job both at stopping the Zil, stunning him out, and at eating the snipes should they start to rain in.
And the key is to shut down Zil early game, and also when it comes to team fights, you need to engage Zil first. You need to make him play on a defensive so he can't snipe your back line, and is forced to use a Tornado defensively on top of your front line. And if Pain Gaming do it every time and basically negate the win condition of Zil, I think they're in a good spot, and then that will leave open Elsu to be Dove Pawn.
So I want to see if GeO Esports have enough of a full commit to shut down the Darcy. That, to me, is a major focus of this game. And a lot of that doesn't just come from that double commit we were talking about, but also from Elwind, who plays incredibly well in that support role. I love his Boldum play. I don't think anyone that plays against him loves his Boldum play because he's been able to just full engage into entire team fights and pick off the perfect character every time.
Zil in the jungle. That's going to work out in multiple ways.
If they get to late game.
If he gets to late game, right. So that's your challenge. Pain versus GeO in the first of this best of 3.
Myth focus down the mid column. He'll be just sitting in his own side, farming things up. Elwind and the rest of GeO Esports are playing relatively defensively for the team.
Yeah, they're both playing defensively and cautious, not trying to invade and play too aggressive here. And this is something that's unique to both teams. We know they both like to play aggressive.
Seeing them both play passive is a sign of how seriously they're taking this match.
Exactly. They're going to play more cautious, and a number of deaths will tell you that.
Mana Freezing, though, does get called out early. They'll need a full combo from Smith, taking him down a notch at the very least.
The one thing about Darcy is he is going to have a better clear than the Sephora here. So mid lane wise, as long as Frieza doesn't get too low and caught out like this, and take too much damage, they should win the mid lane, and that will give them map control, which leads to them river control, and that's going to be key. And when Aggro turns level 4, this is actually going to be a critical point for them and how they're going to leverage that Zephy's level 4 power spike.
How do you feel about the snipe, Elsu into Darcy? Because I don't think we've seen that matchup yet.
Yeah, it depends if Elsu can land the snipes, because the snipes will stop as soon as it hits the first hero. So it's actually going to be really hard for him to get onto that Darcy. And if he puts himself out of position to overextend onto Darcy, you have Wonder Woman and Zephyrs that can literally just jump on him. So it's actually a little risky for him to try to get onto Darcy. And he needs to play front to back, basically.
Luckily, GeO Esports do love to do that. The focus will be this Abyssal Dragon right off the cards. Pain Gaming do the mid control you were predicting. Smith will be forced to flicker out. But that's a small price to pay as GeO Esports pick up the first Abyssal and actually go further forward. Deldo's properly caught out. Myth has first blood.
Wow, and what a good play by GeO there. I can't believe Pain just gave them that early dragon. They could have contested it, and that is a big mistake for Pain here. They're the team that normally wins the early game, and GeO looking really good like they did yesterday.
One of the things that led to that was Lycan split pushing the whole time up in the top lane. He was well behind the tower, and I think the fact that he was doing that made Pain Gaming not think GeO would be playing aggressive elsewhere.
Definitely here, and that's a good job on Lycan's part, knowing that his team is pressuring the dragon across the map, playing defensive there so he makes sure he doesn't get ganked and killed, which would then trade tower for Pain Gaming. So right now what Pain needs to do is they need to look for picks here, because Zill, again, is still weak in that early game. And this is where Zephy shines against the Zill.
If the Zephyrs can get in range against the Zill, late game that gets more dangerous because, of course, the Tornado and other tools coming online on very short cooldowns. The matchup kind of shifts in Zill's favor, as do most matchups if he gets farmed enough. But Angra will be a terror for the early phase of this game.
Yeah, nice aggression here by Pain. They're taking a Vision Seagulls. So honestly, even when they lost First Blood and the Dragon, they're not actually behind that much gold.
Metal stunned up, does have the dimensional portal. He just leaves.
Yeah, he definitely needed to leave there, otherwise he would have fell. So very close call for him there.
A very heads-up play, though, on the character. I was citing a lot that Pain Gaming hadn't looked too comfortable on it the last time they'd played. Looking a little bit better today.
You can see Myth is already level 7, ahead of Angra level 6. Just turned level 7 here. They're looking for some plays, and that's their chance, because GeO knows they're ahead, and they're trying to make plays. And look how sneaky they are in Dragon Lane, because Dragon Lane is going to be the focus for the first 9 minutes of the game, or 8 minutes of the game.
Elwind rotating down to mid to make sure there isn't too much onus. Elwind sat in this bush for a while to see if he could catch somebody off. The player that wanders in is Mana Freezer. Now Angra's in on the flank as well, meaning that this bot lane is entirely Pain's way.
Yeah, Pain, nice rotation there to counter. A lot of idle time from GeO there. Myth not be able to do much and sat in that bush for so long, while his jungle on the Slayer side and the jungle on the Dragon side has spawned and ready to be farmed. So he's going to be behind in rotation here.
He was waiting for a pick that never came, as Elwind was unable to find the ideal initiation. GeO Esports definitely lose a little bit of efficiency there. Still the gold lead, but it's narrow.
Yeah, it's 1,000 gold right now. And the key here is they're both playing super cautious. It looks like they're trying to focus down Deodun. One thing I'm curious to see is how he's going to use that liftoff. Whoa, and he got that to counter this Elsu here.
Yeah, Liftoff very good at catching the Elsu because you can instantly transition all the way across the map. You can chase the Elsu anywhere. Once you get close range, the theory is you can burn down a kill. Monkey only has that disengage you just see there to get away from the max once he's gotten close range.
Yeah, Liftoff can also be used to kill Myth as well, because if Zill is stunned, he's in big trouble on the combo that Zephyrs and Wonder Woman can do. Right now, GeO is controlling more of the map. They are farming more and getting ahead in gold, keeping it around 1,000. So the next fight is going to be absolutely critical here. And look how careful both these teams are. They kind of know,
slow.
They know that they're in the other bush. Their positioning is very good at anticipating. And look, they're going to probably go straight for this dragon because they know, wow, what a great call.
This is some EU gameplay, but like Season 1 EU. Very slow, very steady, very intelligent. Rotates come up. That Wild Prison did land. Mana Frieza body blocks this snipe. Very heads-up play to keep GeO from being able to steal the Dragon. They do get a tower, though. Deldon will arrive, lift off, gets him close range, but it's close range to his death as the tower falls, and 2 kills go over to GeO. Down in the bottom lane, things do get dicey for Elwind, but he's able to flicker out, and Mengi just sits behind the tower, clearing wave. They will hold.
Yeah, that was so risky there. Really nice job for GeO to 3 versus 2.
2 towers.
Yeah, that was... What they should have done is defended the tower instead. Don't give up your life and 2 deaths for 1 tower. They could have defended Wonder Woman and Max, can save the tier 2 tower. So again, a very interesting call by Pain Gaming to try to engage that and basically save a lost cause.
Over-aggressive by ZRK?
That definitely. Definitely, I think ZRK and Deldon trying to save ZRK, they shouldn't have done that.
It let Smith and the rest of GeO Esports get an early lead. They never really gave up their very, very early game 1, but it was certainly possible it could have gone the other way.
Yeah, the good news is it is not the Dragon side, which is very important in this pre-8 minutes here. Ooh.
Whoever grabs the Dragon side tower is basically guaranteed control of the next few Abyssal Dragons themselves.
And Zeo is getting more damage. Ooh, look at his items. They gotta be very careful.
Tower. Mengi takes the tower for sure. No, Akira goes in. Mengi barely survives. The Wild Prison and ties him life. Heal him up. Now the liftoff will go through. Deldon assassinates Mengi, but the turnaround is there with the tornado. It's a 1-1 trade. That portal didn't attack anyone, so GeO Esports are content, taking tower very low and a 1-1 trade.
Yeah, I love Anger diving onto Menge there and focusing him instead of Myth. That was a perfect target focus.
Tower will be harassed briefly by Metal. He's got a decent amount of poke, but the tower itself is safe.
Yeah, this is a good trade. Although the tower is low, it is still a positive trade for Pain Gaming in terms of they got 1 for 1, and they're the team that's behind, so they want to trade even as much as possible, if not positive. So that was good for Angro there. And I love the focus onto Menge, because that's the person that's the easiest to kill. Zeo can just turn on Tornado and then try to escape the damage that's coming towards him. I love how Angra and Deodon able to get onto Menge with those ultimates.
Menge may not be the hardest carry on the team. You may look to that being the Zell in the late game, but right now he is the hardest carry to guarantee a killer.
Yeah, Elwin's gonna go ahead and tank that tower, and they're gonna take that for free. Deodon.
Picked off 1v2. Magara tries to find revenge, but he can only engage against Elwind, who pops Ring of the Fiend. This gets Mengi back in the fight. That was incredibly smart. They'll try and turn it into an Abyssal Dragon and a Dark Slayer simultaneously, falling off whichever one gets more dangerous. In this case, it's the Abyssal Dragon, so the focus for GeO shifts up to the Dark Slayer, which they take.
What a great call by GeO there. Their objective game is so smart. Catching Deodon out, unfortunately, on the top lane, which then they convert directly to a Dark Slayer. Their objective game working out for them so well here. Clearly superior over Pain.
And because they took that Abyssal Dragon, because they threatened to take it rather, Pain Gaming rotated extra resources away from the Dark Slayer.
Definitely, and I feel like they were not able to trade, and that's key there. What Pain needed to do was trade for that Enraged Abyssal Dragon, because now look at this.
It's a pre-enraged Abyssal still, but it may be picked up still by Myth, who takes it away. Mengi does have the focus, a double dive. Deldon converts the kill, but it's a 1-1 trade from Mana Frieza, and Aggro's quite low as well. With Mengi and Myth falling, GeO Esports need to disengage, but they've secured a 2-for-2 trade.
Wow, that was huge there, but Lycan is going to take the high ground tower with the Drake here, but that was a beautiful engage by Pain Gaming, getting the kill onto Myth and Menge.
Their celebrations may be short-lived, though, because that is a high ground tower god. ZRK manages one better, though. He responds with another kill against Elwind at close range. He should have the damage to win this, but Elwind is the one to finally let up.
Wow, these kills are massive for Pain here, but they have lost so many towers in the process. Losing a high ground tower, that's going to put so much pressure on the Dark Slayer lane, and that means Lycan is a threat. He can end the game in backdoor if they do not keep control of the wave on the Dark Slayer lane.
Never for 1 second did I think we would see a GeO Esports team intentionally losing fights to gain map control.
Yeah, that is so different, and that might throw Pain off because GeO's the one that loves to fight. They're the ones that want to force fights instead of picking objectives over the fights, and I'm really impressed with how they have changed it up. And Pain, they need to adapt.
They need to adapt fast. They've yet to take a high ground tower or any tower across the map.
Yeah, you can see the level advantage there. Level 14 to level 12. Only Angra is on level 14, so they need to close this level disparity here, and then they need to win a next critical fight.
Here's their first tower take attempt, and it's confirmed. Mid lane will be picked up. Angra does connect as well onto Becky. The portal shades like it in. The pith flag is cut off by a hurricane wall. Pain Gaming, a beautiful team fight. Mid commits 1v4, and he gets 3 kills before Angra finally shuts him down.
That was insane, the amount of AoE he got there. He landed all of his wind blades, took off the ultimate with Tornado. Angra doing a good job of just killing Mange with one combo and then returning to secure the kill on to GeO there, which is huge for them. But GeO is still ahead. They have the gold lead, and they did lose a mid tower. So overall, the trade is better for Pain.
How on earth did GeO exit that fight even? That was such a good team fight for Pain.
Yeah, it was a very good team fight. I love Angra's such target focus on Menge. Menge needs to be careful with his positioning here. And Myth, you can see how fed he is. He did so much damage to the entire team.
Freeza will be caught out. Now we're trying to sync that up, but Menge, perhaps after his recent experiences, is playing so far back.
Yeah, so I think now the focus for Pain, they need to switch it up. They need to kill Myth. Myth is the one that does more AoE damage than Mange.
He 1v4'd and almost won.
Exactly. So if they kill Myth, they can win the fights here.
Myth is here in this fight. Angra does dive him, and they've got him. Myth and Smith are both down. Good wild prison from Elwind will get him a chance to escape, but they've lost 2 of their key carries.
My goodness, that is why the matchup was Angra versus Myth here. With that engage, he easily takes out 2 of the carries just like that. Amazing plays.
Still in trouble. This could get worse for Pain Gaming, or for GeO rather, sorry, as Lycan's picked off.
Yeah, wow, and they have adapted. They know Myth is now the biggest threat, and they are focusing Myth. If they continue to do this, Pain might be able to take this game away and win these late game team fights that we thought GeO was going to be better at.
Elwind will focus on the wave clear as the rest of Pain Gaming rotate down to an enraged Abyssal. The snipe almost grabs Angra. There's more where that came from. They've got to play this smart. Very low HP, but it will be secured by Pain Gaming. Elwind leads in all alone, 1v3, good wild prison. They can secure the kill. That's why Menge's in the area. They think they can just manpower it through, but CRK did have the Dark Blessing. That keeps him up for a very long time.
Yeah, and that is a waste of an Enraged Abyssal Dragon. When you get it, you need to back off, but Daildon doing a good job getting a top tower.
Good pressure across the map. Pain Gaming playing a decent macro game. This is now a very even game.
Yeah, again, the macro game is in favor of GeO right now. When you get the Enraged Abyssal and you're low, you back off and you stop fighting. ZRK made a really bad decision there, and because you're down, you're not leveraging the team-wide buff that the Enraged Abyssal Dragon had. It is going to wear off soon, but they still have it, and they need to leverage it and force a fight with it up, because now they're ready. They're the team that has the advantage when it comes to team fights.
Yeah, I was hopeful when I saw that top tower being pushed, but they did nothing more. Pain Gaming poked the top tower, did take it, then lose mid for free.
Yeah, and I love the build here. They have all built medallions of Troy's on 4 of the members, so they have a lot of defense to absorb that damage coming out from the Zil here. But he does have the Staff of Noah, which gives him that pierce. And you can see, from a weapon damage standpoint, Mange is the one that has a lot, but attack damage is not that high yet because he doesn't have that full build. Zil is the more of the threat, and they have built defensive against him.
3 rank breakers out for Pain Gaming. They've got a lot of burst against squishy characters. Perhaps a target onto Mange, perhaps a target onto Myth. That don't really matter. It'll still do the damage. Myth focuses in. He's got the damage to take a tower. Freeza and Daildon didn't dare commit.
Yeah, didn't dare commit at all. I love the Omni Arms build too. That actually gives a lot of damage. He can one-shot combo Myth here, and that's something that Myth's got to be careful. It's going to come down to who is going to get the better pick. And if Angra gets a better pick on his Zephyrs, which tends to favor the Zephyrs, then they're done. If they kill Myth, it's over.
Normally,
and then they can jump onto the Mange next.
Normally we talk about counter-engages. We say it doesn't really matter who starts the fight, it's about who turns it in the counter-engage phase.
Yeah.
That's very different here. It feels like both teams have built glass cannons.
Yeah, and the Blade of Eternity has been finished on Angra. That's a huge threat. And Frieza, be careful, my friend.
Stays away from the snipe. We'll be able to turn for a little bit of poke there onto Elwind. Just plays safe as Angra follows through. That's a bridge too far. There's Menge with the kill. They've got a massive kill. And Myth even chases Angra all the way down to low HP. The Blade of Eternity is burned.
Yeah, Angra, what a bad call to jump onto the Baldom. You should never, ever, as a jungler, use your ultimate on a ball, because that means it's an open play for the enemy team to then focus you down, because you don't have your ultimate up. That is literally your win condition, and you should never focus the tank.
Elwin's perhaps the only non-glass cannon on the map. He's entirely capable of taking a full death from above. Anger has learned the lesson. He'll leave now.
Ooh, this is so sneaky here. Look at both teams playing really sneaky. And
Very
they know
slow.
the Darkslayer is taken. They know, so they need to group up.
ZRK has the vision. He can commit by himself, but I'd really like to see the call come through. There's Angara coming at the bottom of the map. There's the commit. Darkslayer stolen. ZRK gets the kill as well. A full rotate up from GeO Esports. Will trade it 1-1, but Myth is already gone from this fight.
That was huge. And you can see Myth is a full glass cannon. He had the Arctic Orb. I don't know if he's able to use it in time, but he got deleted by one combo there by ZRK. And like we said, he's one of the, probably the best player in the Pain Gaming squad. This is why.
There's pressure from Angara. He's got a great, hurricane wall from Manafreeza. Elwind is almost permanently caught out.
Yeah, they can get onto Menge here. He's half health. They can easily kill him. And Deldon, what are you doing?
On the opposite side of the map, gets his 1v1. Now a full chase comes through from Pain, but they rightly surmise they can't catch up in time.
Yeah, this is bad here. They have taken a Darkslayer. This is their chance to shove the lane, and because Deldon died there, now they have to just play defensive. They cannot convert this into a more of a lead for them. So again, Pain Gaming, the macro game, super sloppy. And like I said, their late game is too sloppy. They're costing themselves games right now.
For a team that we put so much emphasis on playing aggressive, Pain Gaming have been really defensive.
Yeah, it's if you win a fight like that, you kill Myth.
Oh, Myth speaking up, will go in, cut off by Manafreeza. While Prism does go short though, so there is no instant follow-up, and Elwind has a lot of people on him, the portal. Anger on the flank, Smith's the focus, Myth has the trade, that's low HP on Agra, he's all the way caught out up top, and will go down. In the meantime, it's a full commit from Lycan, brawling 1v3 as Menki raids in the snipes. They do have the damage to shut Lycan down, and a dive will take Myth out as Deldon lift off all the way into the back lines. That's 2 kills back to Pain, and they turn what started as an awful fight.
That was insane. I thought Anger overextended there, and he didn't have the Blade of Turn to revive him, but Deldon makes up for his misplay and gets a beautiful lift off onto Pain, and then Lycan is 1v3. What was going on? They're all split, but Pain comes out ahead because of that Max play. You can see why Max is paying off for them in this draft.
Tower will fall. Here's the Drake and a full wave. GeO Esports must defend. For now, they have the wave clear, as Pain Gaming don't seem to have an answer to Elwin's bullying.
Yeah, the key
Did
here.
he just build Blade of Eternity?
Yes, he definitely did.
That's on Elwin, the tank.
Yeah.
Will have a chance to use it as they scoop up Deldon right underneath the tower, but it's not in time to save it. They do burn the Blade of Eternity on Deldon, getting a confirmed kill.
Really bad call by Deldon. The Enraged Abyssal Dragon is up. You should stay alive to then focus that Enraged Abyssal Dragon, because now your opponents are all up, and guess what? They're gonna take, you literally gifted an Enraged Abyssal Dragon to GeO. Pain Gaming, again, making some really, really bad late game team calls.
Angara Manafreeza still in the area though. The odds of something cheeky happening are decent. Myth's picked up. Angara's in the pen. Manafreeza comes through with the Hurricane Wall. They do get the Abyssal Dragon over to GeO Esports, but it might not be enough. They've already lost 3 players. They don't have any blades. They've just got a bail. It will be only Elwind and Lycan surviving the slaughter.
And ZRK is like, hey, you see a Dark Blessing? Oh, no mind if I take that. But what a beautiful engage by Angara. But you see the Slayer lane. The Slayer lane is being pushed here.
Lycan just almost had an opportunity to backdoor.
Yeah.
Myth barely got there in time.
But they got to return here. Now, Pain stop dying. Every time they get an advantage, they have one person just die, and all of a sudden they lose that pressure on the map, and they let GeO come back. They need to make sure they do not. This is dangerous here. Lycan can literally lock you down underneath the high ground tower.
Angara, though, can literally just 3-shot a tower.
Yeah.
He'll show up, take it down. This gets dangerous for GeO. They don't really have a manpower advantage here. They need to play this very safe. That's a good wild prison, though. Angara dropped very low in the fight, and Myth has arrived. He'll deep dive. He's got Metal locked down as well. The full engage from Metal with the portal. It's not ideal at all, but Myth does go down in trade with Lycan low. Menki's got to earn his pay. Nobody on Pain Gaming, except for ZRK, is down permanently.
This is such a crazy game. One mistake can cost you the game at this point, and both teams are fighting their hearts out. Myth coming in there, Lycan with a beautiful Death Embrace, but the combo from ZRK and Angara keep them live enough, and they're able to turn around, get the kill onto Myth. while they get the kill into ZRK, and then things are just even.
Dead even gold, dead even kills at the 20-minute mark.
Yeah, they need to heal up and reset here. You have to reset. You do not want to do a team fight when your health is low like this. You need to be ready in full 100% HP for this next team fight.
GeO Esports are struggling in the late game team fights, but winning in the macro. That's almost exactly opposite to how we saw this game was
and
going.
as long as Angro focuses myth, they can win. They can win. That's the key here. If he dives onto Elwin, this game's over. If Angro dives bottom, game is over. They need to make sure that they use their ultimates on the key target, which is mid. They kill myth, you kill Mange, and you're good to go. Sephora actually has a lot of damage as well here, you can see. And they need to watch out for her as well, because she has the AoE damage, the magic damage.
Uh-oh. Angra will turn
no,
the
he
fight.
missed.
No, he's gone.
He missed that as well. He could have killed myth if he landed those death flurries. He completely whiffed it.
No life steal from them to reset the fight.
Oh,
Lycan
Deldun,
does
what are you
battle
doing?
Deldun in the meantime. He has the rest of the team coming through, but Lycan may very well finish Deldun before that becomes a factor. The rest of the team's here, but they can only get the trade, and they might not even get that, as Lycan takes a very long time to go down. He's got a Blade of Eternity. That means 4 people are separated from this push as Elwin joins Metal. That will be the high ground under threat and gone in the middle lane.
Lycan might be able to stop. He does! He stops
Nice
Deldun
pressure.
from the recall.
Deldun can't lift off, can't get away with his full ultimate, does get the trade kill, but that means he's low. That means GeO Esports know he can't stop this Dark Slayer.
Yeah, I don't know what Anger was doing there, diving into enemy Tori by himself, completely whiffing the Death Flare. Again, this is why the matchup is the head-to-head for them. And, oh my goodness!
You bad man! Did he get mid? He got
did.
like it. Mid's very low, but did survive. CRK full engages in. He's so close to the kills, but he can't quite finish them. Mana Freezer will go down, and Metal's just got a bail. That's 3 kills given for free by Pain.
That is insane here. They're basically dominoing effect one at a time, and they should not be doing, but they need to make sure they can
Minion wave.
Oh my goodness!
I don't think they can stop it. Akra's gotta do the damage, and it is so close.
Yeah, this will be game here. I don't see a way they're going to be able to save this game.
20 seconds on average for the respawns. Angra and Metal have got to do the impossible.
Yeah, this is literally impossible here. They got to be very careful. They need to get onto Myth, but can Angro do it?
Full engage. That's a good start from Elwind. Does land the death throw above. It's very low, but the kill comes through. Metal's trying to land the trades, but he too will fall. And in 23 minutes, GeO Esports secure game number 1.
And for the first time, the team on blue normally has win 100% of the time. Now, Pain has broken that trend and lost on the blue side because of GeO's phenomenal macro play. But honestly, Pain, they outplayed themselves late game. Angro missed that Death Flurry, that last shot. He would have killed Myth. Myth has literally no defense. And I feel like Pain just struggled and got too nervous or anxious and played like solo queuers late game. But GeO, gotta give it to him for the macro.